today I will be reading Joer Mythology. Chapter 1. The beginning of time and space itself. The void. It was nothing but darkness. The only living human was Jesus Christ. We have been told that the first thing he created was the universe, and then animals. But that was all a lie. In reality, the first thing he created was his son. I will know you, Joer Christ the first, said Jesus. Joer was very bald all his life. Joer at birth, as well as very slim. He was so powerful that his entire life, as he was Jesus Christ's son, what do you mean I have to do my taxes? Well, that's for losers. My bad. He could change his appearance as he saw fit. But never once in his life did he ever change his bones to himself. Jesus wondered why, but didn't question it too much. When he was around 46 trillion light years old, he became too powerful. He overthrew his father and destroyed his kingdom. He created what is now called the universe, but not yet created human beings and was getting very lonely, so he assumed that he needed to create a son, as his father once did. He was never very good at summoning anything. That was his father's specialty. But since he had overthrown him, he highly doubted Jesus would help him. He decided to attempt to create his son. It went horribly wrong. It was a disgusting abomination, and even worse, he could not kill it, too, no matter how hard he tried. He named it the Goat. At least it's only one, Joer thought. Little did he know it was an asexual being. In other words, it could reproduce by itself. Certainly, there are at least 10 of them. How can I call this thing my son? Roared Joer. The Goat. Chapter 2. The Goat. The gods were invading his kingdom, stomping at everything, destroying his paintings, jumping onto him and ripping his clothes with their disgusting, slimy claws. He was powerless against them. Never once in his entire life did he ever imagine an opponent even close to his power, nonetheless more powerful than him. The gods were stabbing holes into his chest, attempting to rip his eye sockets out, destroying everything he knew and loved. How could this have happened? Yelled Mr. Joer. Blood was everywhere. He was screaming at the top of his lungs. Normally, he could just heal himself, but every time he tried it, it just hurt him more. This power, it was unimaginable. He was almost proud to be the father of such greatness, yet they were just attempting to murder him and overtake his kingdom. At last, one final stab into the back. He fell on the ground. A pool of blood slowly started coming out of him. The creator of the universe was dead. So the goat stopped. Joer teleported to the 985th dimension. That was all he could do at this point. That was all he could do at this point, as he was so badly hurt that most of his magic was futile. He passed out. A Kafikafian, otherwise known as a Goenpiasian, a nurse, saw him on the ground. Scratches, bruises, and blood everywhere. She instantly brought him to her simulator, English translation hospital, and fixed him up. It took about 37 trillion light years. When he was finally able to move again, he felt great. Chapter 3. Survival. He had to relocate to the gods and change his name to Mr. Joer, as that was how he could achieve a more powerful form. He decided to go to planet Earth, the most populated one he had created at the time. He quite liked Earth, but despised humans. Despite that, he insisted to destroy them as they were his creation, and to destroy them would be to destroy himself. He landed at the top of the village, and a man named Wesper walked toward him. Howdy, said Wesper. What did you just say to me, peasant? Do you seriously believe that you even come close to having the right to speak to me? You will perish, mortal. Perish as though you are the best particle in the air before me. Now die! Mr. Joer calmly said. Wait, no, please! I was just being nice to say hi. Please have mercy, I beg you, please mercy. Why are you so angry, mister? Please tell me, what did I do wrong? Whisper said softly. Angry? Is that the word you used to describe me? Your feelings are all the same. You cannot describe the feeling I have, but I will describe it in the best way I can. I feel hatred, but not a hatred your human brain could comprehend. I feel an ancient hatred and rage that are beyond what your mortal brain could comprehend. I feel anger to the point where my mind will explode just to see the fear that it strikes. It feels like a million years of burning hatred all at once. I do not forgive mortal beings. The only thing I would even consider to forgive is the gods. They are infantile at this point, yet they are so powerful that they beat me without even trying. They are the only things I will ever show respect to. Now die, you filthy mortal! Mr. Joer then sent a bolt of lightning to strike Wesper. It hit him. The life within his eyes instantly deteriorated. The unspeakable pain and shock within his face was obvious, even to the human eye. He fell to the ground. Wesper was an ordinary and very nice man from New Mexico, his first name being Mark and last being Wesper. He did not deserve this fate, but none of Mr. Joer's victims deserved their fate. That was a fact. Even being the diabolically disgusting awful person that he is, Mr. Joer realizes that. He realizes that they don't deserve their fate, yet he continues to do it, over and over again. Nobody can really explain or understand Mr. Joer. He is not a simple entity. He is very complicated, but in no way does this justify his actions. Chapter 4, Rock, Paper, Scissors. Rock, Paper, Scissors is a game of strategy and manipulation. It is not just a simple game of chance, as many people believe. It requires skill and cunning to outwit your opponent. The goal is to predict what your opponent will choose and then choose the item that will beat it. Rock beats scissors, scissors beat paper, and paper beats rock. It's a game of wits and cunning, where the winner is determined by who can outsmart their opponent. With practice, you can become an expert at this classic game of chance and manipulation. On March 36, 1672, a kid of an unknown alias realizes. We'll call this kid Timmy. Timmy was a very outgoing and nice 7-year-old kid. He quite enjoyed the rush of dopamine his super worthless tiny brain would receive when he beat anyone in a game. He would often just walk up to random people in public and ask them to play Rock, Paper, Scissors. One fateful evening, he was walking through a beautiful valley filled with flowers, slightly visible mists and vast mountains. He noticed there was a bald man walking through the valley. Now, a normal kid would probably start running away and screaming, but Timmy, he walked up to the stranger, and you guessed it, he asked him to play Rock, Paper, Scissors. The bald man was Mr. Joer. Hey, mister, wanna play Rock, Paper, Scissors? Rock, Paper, Scissors. Do you think I have time for such trivial matters? I have the fate of the multiverse in my hands. You are nothing but a measly witch compared to those of which I could destroy with one thought. Get out of my way, you annoying brat. I said move before I unleash my wrath upon you, peasant. I'm not moving until you play Rock, Paper, Scissors with me. You are the only one who can unleash wrath, because I can too, said Timmy. Mr. Joer shouted, what wrath do you have? Timmy then said, that's that! He shot a rock out of his hand, shape-shifting his palm as it flew out and grazed Mr. Joer on the face, leaving such a small bruise that he instantly healed. And then he said to Timmy, you call that wrath? Well, you have a lot to learn about that. Although it was formidable of you to do such a thing to me without being scared, the least I could do is play Rock, Paper, Scissors with you, as you requested from me. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Said Timmy and Mr. Joer at the same time. Rock! Said Timmy. Paper! Said Mr. Joer. I'm going to throw paper the next round, Timmy, said Mr. Joer. What? Why would you tell me what you're going to do? Said Timmy. Despite just being part of his plan, he's trying to manipulate me. He thinks I will throw scissors, but no, I am going to throw a rock, thought Timmy. He could feel a powerful force inside of his head. He tried to resist, but the mysterious force broke through his head. I know that, Timmy, said Mr. Joer inside of Timmy's mind. What? Yelled Timmy. I must be imagining things. Mathematically, is it possible? What are you talking about? Said Mr. Joer. I suppose time... I suppose time it's... I suppose it's about time we play the next round of alphabet scissors, said Timmy. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Mr. Joer threw paper. Timmy threw rock. Next round, I'm going to throw paper, said Mr. Joer, and you are going to throw scissors. What? Did you actually know that I'm teaching? No, he couldn't. I saw no extra skill, thought Timmy. One last thing before I win this final round. You are to bet your soul, and I am to bet my soul. What? I'm not going to bet my soul on a game of rock, paper, scissors, said Timmy. Too bad. I already entered your mind and accepted. He's lying, thought Timmy. The mysterious voice from before tried to look into his mind yet again. He resisted with all of his might, and it seemed to have worked. Okay, he's going to throw scissors, and I'm going to throw scissors, and he's going to throw paper. This must actually be a way of manipulating me. I'm going to throw scissors. He didn't actually expect me to throw it, but he said I'm going to, thought Timmy. Alright, rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Timmy threw scissors. Mr. Joer threw paper. What? This had to be... I will not lose, said Mr. Joer. Okay, it's still fine. This paper peasant isn't going to defeat me. I am an almighty and powerful god, thought Mr. Joer. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Yelled Timmy and Mr. Joer at the same time. Suddenly, Timmy had been shot by the infamous universal bounty hunter Joer Meteorite VI, called upon by the Gurks. Timmy was to be executed for his inhumane ability to shoot rocks through his palm. Timmy laid on the floor, blood pouring from the left side of his chest. This must stop! Screamed Mr. Joer as he ran over to Timmy and plunged his finger into his chest, thereby healing every part of him. He then teleported Timmy to another universe. After all of this, Mr. Joer summoned a massive universally crafted donkey that was to be ridden by the one and only Mr. Joer. He soared through the skies and landed on planet Earth version 12.0. How could I have done this? Did I really just feel emotion for a human of all things? And above all that, I helped him. How dare I? I must murder a few human beings to make up for this good deed, thought Mr. Joer. He went to a metaverse supermarket on the lone planet and he blasted the cashier in the head with a lightning bolt. He fell dead on the floor, never to be seen again. After that misdeed, Mr. Joer started a new plan. He was to slay the entire planet of Earth version 12.0. With a simple thought, a massive fat frame made of fleshy wool and glue dripping from the ceiling burst out of nowhere, landed in the city. With another thought, he removed everything in the city but the human beings. After that, he made everything surrounding it dusty and useless. He then made a massive 400 tall and 30 thick wide wall everywhere around it so that nobody could escape. He gathered all the humans and gave them their tools and instructions. A man named John objected to this. "We are to fight you to just like a slave. You are no better than us." "No better than you?" said Mr. Joer, as he stabbed him in the back with a knife and ripped his throat with his own fingernails. "I believe you will all behave so you not end up as John did," said Mr. Joer. "You fucking peasants," said Mr. Joer. "Yes, sir," said most of the slaves. Chapter 5. Reincarnation and the Battle of the Sweet Potato. Mr. Joer, an entity of great mystery and Mr. Joer, an entity of great mystery and intrigue, had always been fascinated by the concept of reincarnation, and after a long and eventful life, he began to feel a deep sense of longing for another chance at existence, prompting him to delve deep into the world of spirituality and meditation in search for the secrets of rebirth, until one day, the astonishment of all those who knew him, he went on a vast journey to find the farting sweet potato. This would be his reincarnation. On December 5th, 2011, he finally found him. The creature took the odd form of a penis. It was pink, its arms and legs were skinny, and it had a smug grin on its face. Mr. Joer knew that this fight would not be easy, but he had to try. Alas, he entered the dungeon face to face with the sweet potato. "Who art thou, My prayer, said the sweet potato, it is I, Mr. Joer. I am to take your life and reincarnate into your form. You'll never attack me, kid, said the frightened sweet potato. Then we shall fight to the depths of the void, said Mr. Joer. Your mom is on, said the fighting sweet potato. Die, said Mr. Joer as he ran into the sweet potato, about to touch him. And then, as soon as his fingers scraped the end of the sweet potato, Mr. Joer instantly evaporated into dust. The fighting sweet potato had won. Was that it? I saw his power. The sweet potato heard distorted noises in the back of his head. Slowly, Mr. Joer climbed out of his smug mouth, choking for a short while. As he regained his breath, he said, What the hell? You let your guard down. This is all part of my plan, said Mr. Joer. You will now die. With a simple thought, you cannot block it. You have already accepted defeat. With that, the sweet potato fell to the ground, dead. Mr. Joer ran over to his dead body, picked it up, put 10 candles around it, and said the words, Mena dote, incantium potato rosari, bring forth new life on my command. Chapter 6, True Reincarnation. He opened his eyes. He lay on a grassy field in the middle of the earth, and he looked at his arms and legs. They looked completely different. They were now swimming white, and it appeared as though his face was pink. He had no memory of what happened in the past 24 hours. He could remember that he was studying the art of reincarnation. He succeeded. He was beautiful. No one would ever judge him. His journey was finally complete. To be continued. That was amazing. Wait, I have funny mic on? Fine.